How's it going, everyone? I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's your potato boy, and we're gonna be doing something kind of. I'm actually really excited for this. A while back, I put on Twitter a poll, and on the poll, I wanted people to tell me what they wanted me to do in my videos, and it was kind of split almost perfectly down the middle. But people wanted me to do PvP with commentary, and then the other half wanted me to do questing with commentary. I didn't really feel like just like questing and then talking about me actually questing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some questing video in the background to let you guys just watch. I mean, like I don't really think it would be that entertaining just to like listen to me fight some mobs. So I came up with this idea where I would do a Q&A and I would have people respond to a tweet asking me whatever they wanted and I would answer it. So I gave it a little bit of time and I finally got some people that asked me a couple of questions. So we're gonna go straight down the list in order. We're gonna start here with Kylie 900 first. She's one of my good buddies. She says, "What do you like to do outside of video games altogether? Like school, work, hobbies, that sort of stuff." So outside of video games, there's a lot of things that I do. I mean, I'm in college right now, so that does take up a good chunk of my life, I would say. I'm not working right now, and again, I'm taking 19 credit hours, and my focus right now is school. So I mean, it's I'll probably get a job later, but just not right now while I'm in this point in my life. I kind of want to get my education done first. There will always be time to work after, so I'm not like too worried about it. Let's talk about hobbies though. If you have me added on Twitter, you know that I'm a photographer. I take a lot of pictures here and there. It's kind of like my thing to do when I'm kind of bored. It's really nice. I like to mess around with settings on cameras and learn how to take new pictures and stuff like that. So I guess you could say that's my new craft that I'm working on. When I was younger, I used to race motorcycles. I used to do that a lot. Played a little bit of baseball, played a little bit of golf in high school, but I wasn't like super into sports, but I wasn't like too bad at it either. I mean, I was pretty decent at the sports. I mean, like I like doing things on my own. That's why I liked motorcycle racing more than any other sport that I did. For fun, I like to do a lot of things outside. It could be just about anything. I could be just going on a hike in the park, or I do hunt a lot. I live in I live in the Midwest, okay? Like that's our thing. Like there's deer everywhere. I mean, like there's plenty of hunters out here, and that's one of the things that I do to bond with my dad. It's kind of like a family thing. Everyone in my family's been a hunter, and I'm just the next hunter in line. So and that's kind of just that's our thing that we all do together. But yeah, anything outside, I'm down for it. The next question comes from Edward Life Gem. He asked me, "What's your favorite Wizard 101 world and why?" Well, I mean, how about this? I'll break it into like kind of like the arcs. So I'll give you like three of my favorite from every generation, I guess. From the first gen, I would say, I mean, if you're gonna count this as first gen, I would say Grizzleheim is my favorite from that generation of worlds. For my second gen, I would say Safaria is, and then third and overall, I would say my favorite is Polaris. I absolutely love Polaris. There's just something about it that Russian Revolution kind of style. Man, it's just so beautiful. I love the map. I love the characters. They're so funny. I just think they're great. The story is amazing too. I mean, you can't beat the story. Oh, dude, the animations, dude. Oh my gosh. I remember the first time watching some of the animations in Polaris. Polaris did it right. Polaris is a reason that I think Wizard 101 has been a game that's evolved well. Like if you were to compare like the animations of Dragonspire where you like rode on the dragon compared to the animations that you get in Polaris, it just makes me so happy to see that the game is actually improving when it comes to like storyline. And that was like the first time I ever felt like I was really seeing King's moving forward and trying new things and that were really successful. So Polaris is definitely my favorite world for that reason. But I would say that there's only a few worlds that I don't like, but that's I would say Polaris is my favorite. The Weird Girl actually has a couple of questions to ask. The first one is, what is your current PvP pet for your myth? And then if it's not your final pet, what is your dream PvP pet for myth? So my pet was almost perfect what I wanted. I believe the name of it is the Arcane Golem. It's the myth golem version of the Borealis Golem that you get from Ice. The reason that I like it so much is for low level, not only does it give you a tower shield, but it gives you a shatter spell, which at that level is awesome. a myth absorb, which is based on the amount of pips that you put into the spell. So it's pretty great because I have an automatic tower shield that I don't have to put in the side deck. I have a really nice shatter in case I go up against someone that likes to spam shields. And I also have a really nice absorb that I can put on myself. That way, when it comes to, like, for example, people that use ramp or like Minotaur or something like that, something that has a secondary hit to where it takes off shields, I can predict it pretty well, and it seems to work out nice. The second thing she asked is, will we ever see you host any community events like farming, team questing, etc.? I could do some team questing. I'm down for that. Farming, I could do that too. The only thing is, like, my internet isn't good enough to stream. That's why I post all my videos on YouTube. I actually upload my videos on college campus, but if I could, I would stream, but I don't have a good enough internet connection for that. So I'm not gonna try and do that and have it not be that great anyway. I mean, it's just kind of a waste of effort when I know that it's not gonna work anyway because our internet's just not good. I will say it's gonna be a goal for me this year to try and attend other Wizards events. I know that Edward does a lot of them. There's just so many people out there that do awesome events. And I've only made it to like 1 or 2 last year when I really started getting into the community. But I think this year I'm going to try and make it a thing where I show up to these events a little bit more often. The 2 events that I did go to this year, I absolutely loved it. And it was neat meeting so many new players. So I'm really hoping to do that a little bit more. Her third question, will you do any max level PvP? I only have 1 max and that's my life. I've been trying so hard to get him ready for PvP. He's just not good. He's just got some bad luck. He's got bad luck. So if I can get him to work out, and if I do a couple clips and they work out alright, I'll post them. Don't worry. I will definitely give it my best effort, but if you don't see anything, it's because I'm just so bad Garbo at it that I don't even want to show it off. I might return to jading at some point too. We'll see. It'll just be one of those things. Samantha Ironglen asked me, how do you become a good crafter in the game? Well, I would say, well, actually, first of all, I have a video on this. Actually, I'll just put it to the very end of this one. I actually made a crafting guide a while back. It's got pretty good advice in it. I mean, it was at a time where I was still kind of getting used to talking on a recording. So sorry if it's a little weird. I mean, I'm only getting better as time goes, and hopefully you guys see that. But for the moment, I think it's still an adequate guide. The one thing that I would say out of that guide, if you don't have interest in watching it, is when you are leveling up your wizard, make sure that you keep the crafting level updated to your current wizard standing. So if you're level 10, you should be doing the basic crafting already. But if you're level 60 and you're in Safaria, you should be doing the transcendent crafting. That way, when you get a little bit farther in the Avalon, you're already ready to do the spell crafting. When you get into Imperia, you get to level 120, you can craft the revered gear. There's a lot of reasons that out of all the things that I would give advice for, I would say at least keep it updated to the level that you're at on your wizard. Matthew Stardust Drakely goes to ask, what is your favorite game outside of KingsIsle games? What is your favorite thing to do inside Wiz and or Pirate? Well, first of all, I don't play Pirate. I'm sorry. I never even made it out of the free-to-play area. I just never got into it. I'm sure that if I did, it'd probably be a problem. But I think I'm going to keep it to Wiz for the moment. If I really see a reason to get into it, then I might join into it and try it again. But for now, I'm just good with Wiz. There's a lot of things for me to do on Wiz. Especially when it comes to YouTube, there's a lot of great opportunities I can do with Wiz right now. And because I understand the game, I can already create that content. I already know what I want to do. And I get inspiration a lot easier than I feel like I would with a game that I'm not really familiar with. When we're talking about games outside of KingsIsle, I would say, first of all, I'm a major PS4 player. I play on the PlayStation a lot. Some of my favorite games of all time, Ratchet and Clank for the PS2 and remastered on the PS3. I grew up playing that game and I still play it. Absolutely love some of the first 2 or 3 games in that series. They're just amazing. If you pick up a PS3 or a PS2 just to play, I would definitely recommend playing those games. They're just awesome. But when we're talking about new gen, I would say, first of all, I picked up Far Cry 5 not too long ago. Really love that game. GTA has always been a nice one. I want to play Red Dead 2 really bad. I don't have the money for it. Broke problems. But You know, it's okay. Generally, I prefer first-person shooters. So, for example, Destiny. I played Destiny a ton when that first came out on the PS3. I played a lot of COD, you name them. I might play Fortnite every once in a while with my friends, but Fortnite is definitely not my go-to game. Like I said, I'm a first-person shooter guy. There's just something about shooting in third person. I cannot hit my shots. I'm just not familiar enough with the building mechanics to actually be good at it. It would take a lot of time for me to actually like get good at that game. And so yeah, but yeah, I definitely enjoy my first person shooters outside of King's Out games. The Raptor Bro says, "We friends?" Yeah, dude. Why wouldn't we be? I'm friends with everybody. I don't know what you're talking about. I see that you do YouTube. I have subscribed to your channel. If you ever want to collab, you know where to find me. Last but not least, we have my great friend Destiny Thunderstaff, who asks, "How often do you shower?" Well, let me tell you, normally I shower at least once a day. Every once in a while I shower more than that. But contrary to, I guess, expected beliefs, I do in fact take a shower. So, yeah, thank you for asking me that wonderful question, Destiny. What a great friend. Thanks so much for posting these on my thread. I absolutely loved seeing my feed and like reading them for the first time. And some of them I got some kicks out of, it, and some of them I was like, wow, that's a really good question. I really like that. So hey, if you guys want me to do this like maybe once a month, I'm down. I'll do this again. I had a lot of fun making this. I had a lot of fun reading them and thinking about the things that you guys don't know or want to know about me. I think that's really cool. So I just want to say thanks for having a special interest in me and wanting to know a little bit more about me. So I really appreciate that. But with that being said, thank you for watching my video. I'm gonna roll out the new outro. I will see you all later.